they knew that Noriega liked it classical music. And so I just went down a rabbit hole of how music and music therapy actually plays into the music industry. And so my general question is, how do we combat the music war that the industry and the powers that shouldn't be are imposing on our black
That's
culture?
a great question. This is how I answer that. Like I'll answer that with Jaguar said something when she called in a couple days ago that really stuck with me.
The frequency, I wrote that down, the frequency of the music and everything.
That, but really identify. We have to identify where it's coming from. When you see that
Hmm.
society is pushing anything, and if something, and how you identify society pushing it, meaning is it is it on commercials? Is it on TV? Is it everywhere? When songs are
Hmm.
everywhere, 9 times out of 10 it's being
It's a
pushed on you.
reason.
So when something's being pushed on
Hmm.
you, you should automatically reject it. And if it's good,
Mm.
if you question it and it meets, because me personally, I initially rejected Kendrick because I heard it too much. But listening deeper, I was like, okay, they will put some good stuff out there. They have to. 100% of the stuff can't be bad. They have to put good out there. But you gotta, me personally, the way I do it is if I see the masses accept it, I reject it. Now, after time, it'll prove itself for being good, and then I'll be like, okay, that's good. But we as a society, we have to see when it's
Hmm.
coming from the mainstream, if it's getting the awards, if it's getting the airplay, not I'll say 8 times out of 10, it ain't good for you. And you just gotta have it in
Hmm.
front of your mind. And as we get, and we the thing is, we used to have that. That's the reason why
Mm.
in the 80s, you're too young for this, but MC Hammer was originally rejected because he was everywhere. He was getting commercials. People in hip hop was like, something got to be wrong. Ultimately, wasn't nothing wrong with MC Hammer, but it
Right.
was a hardcore hell no. They coming for our music. We gonna reject MC Hammer because something got to be wrong. Ultimately, wasn't nothing wrong with MC Hammer, but it
Right.
was a hardcore hell no. They coming for our music. We gonna reject MC Hammer because MC Hammer was huge, but it was a major pushback to MC Hammer because it's like if they like you, it's a problem. So that's a thing that we used to have. We used to push
Hmm.
back. Whitney Houston got booed in 1989 because her music was
Yeah,
too
I
huff
seen
and
that.
pluff. We just gotta
Right.
remember and get back to trusting our instincts, and we can get back to it because we once had it.
And that's a great segue. Remember, but in order to remember, you have to know the history.
Right.
And so people like you are very influential and need to be at the gate keeping the history,
Yeah.
right? So when people like you and the panels that you have and things like this is where the money and the dollars need to be like supported, because if we don't know our history, how the hell is we going to remember it
Right.
and keep it alive and keep it going? So I really thank you. I just, a couple of days ago, I just stumbled across your panel and what you're doing and the influential work that you're like, giving us and things like that as it pertains to our culture. I'm actually working on a documentary by for Jackie
Hell
Wilson
yeah,
right now.
Jackie Wilson.
Um,
He started.
so it's
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Now I said Jackie Wilson's important because he gave Barry Gordy the not he gave, but songs Gary Barry Gordy wrote for him gave Barry Gordy the money to open up Motown. So yeah.
Right. So as I'm going down that rabbit hole, I'm like getting a whole bunch, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to ask Duan how this all ties into where we're at now, because it was race records, then it was rhythm and blues, and then it was pop,
Uh huh.
and it's like, and when I look at the history, like you said, the history, I actually stumbled across your platform when Clive David passed,
Mm.
and then you did that. That was the first introduction for me, for you, like from me to
Mm-hmm.
you. I thought you did that so nicely and so honorably. It wasn't an attack. It was just
Mm-hmm.
information, and you could do with the information what you will. I don't think your platform is for people that want to challenge. Like learning is a choice,
Yeah.
right? So anybody on your platform, I don't know how many people up here. I'm on the phone right now. If you're not here to learn, you're not gonna have a good
Right.
time. You're not. It's just like you need to leave because learning is a choice. The child goes to. You have to trust the instructor. The child has to trust the teacher, and the child has to want to learn. You don't learn automatically by walking in the classroom. You have to be here because you want to
Real
learn.
talk.
And so I really thank you for your time. And I just, I wanted more information about, music therapy, and like the flip side of music therapy is musical warfare. And so
Yep.
that's where we're at right now with spin that shit, right? And that all ties into what are we actually listening to?
And
Like,
that's that.
what
And that's the
is it?
thing
The
with
beat?
it. It's and on my Patreon I do regular meditation music kind of sessions to counteract the BS, because music is actively, that's something I teach about also, is music is actively being used as a tool of warfare. But I got a bunch of people
Yeah.
calling in right now. Thanks for giving us a call.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No, no, you answered my question. Thank you so
Have a
much.
good one.
I'll be on the panel
Thank
later.
you. Yeah, music is actively being used as warfare. Yeah, that's why you, I'm glad she called in. That's why you get the scam to spin that song. It's getting you to work against your self-interest. What happens if we can get you to normalize scamming? That means they have a whole